Welcome to Chengdu. This morning, we're heading to one of the city's most exciting attractions, the Chengdu Giant Panda Breeding Research Base. Sabi nila, hindi raw kumpleto ang pagpunta natin sa Chengdu kung hindi natin mapupuntahan at makikita ang mga pandas. So, let's discover why Chengdu is known as the home of the pandas. Let's go! Hi guys! We're now here at Panda Avenue Station, and we're on our way to the famous Chengdu Giant Panda Breeding Research Base. Yung pagpunta dito is actually very easy and convenient, especially if you're doing a DIY trip around Chengdu. If you're taking the subway, simply take Metro Line 3 and get off at Panda Avenue Station. Once you exit the station, you'll immediately see buses waiting for visitors heading to the Panda base. So, you really won't have a hard time finding your way. And the best part? The bus fare is only 2 yuan. This is one of the things I really love about Chengdu. The city is very organized, tourist-friendly, and easy to navigate, even if you're traveling on your own. Most of the major attractions are well connected by the subway, and there are also convenient shuttle buses going to popular tourist destinations. So if you're planning a trip to Chengdu, don't be afraid to explore on your own. DIY travel here is definitely possible, convenient, and budget-friendly. Now let's head to the Panda base and see these adorable giant pandas up close. And finally, we're here at the Chengdu Giant Panda Breeding Research Base. From the bus stop, it's just about a 2 to 3 minute walk to the park entrance. So getting here is actually very easy and convenient. The weather isn't really cooperating with us today. It's drizzling a little bit. But of course, a little rain is not going to stop us from exploring Chengdu. We've come all this way, so we're definitely going to make the most of our day. And as you can see, there are already a lot of tourists and locals here. You can really feel that this is one of the most popular attractions in Chengdu. Before going inside, of course, we had to take a few pictures and selfies first. Because what's a trip to the Panda base without taking some photos, right? We definitely need to document the moment. Now, when we first arrived, we were actually a little confused about where the entrance was. There were quite a few people, signs, and different areas around the entrance. So we had to look around for a bit and figure out where we were supposed to go. Once we found the entrance, we were ready to get our tickets. The entrance fee for adults is 55 yuan, which I think is quite reasonable, considering how much there is to see inside. So, tickets ready, cameras ready, and umbrellas ready. Despite the drizzle, we're excited to finally explore one of Chengdu's most famous attractions. Let's go inside and meet the pandas. And we're finally inside the park. And wow! This place is huge! I didn't expect it to be this big. So, there's so much to see and explore. Right over there is the information area, where you can get maps, directions, and other useful information about the park. And over here, you can find some of the restaurants and food areas. And if you're carrying a lot of things, there are also lockers available where you can leave your belongings. There are also plenty of signs and directions around the area. So even though the park is huge, it's still relatively easy to navigate. For now, we're just going to take our time, explore the different sections, and see what we can discover along the way. Hopefully, we'll get lucky and see some pandas up close, and maybe even catch them while they're eating, playing, or just being their adorable selves. So, andito na tayo ngayon sa isa sa mga landmark dito sa park. This is such a nice spot. Of course, hindi mawawala ang groupie photos. Okay guys, picture muna. We're officially here at the Panda base. You can see this giant panda sculpture right in the middle, and as you can see, the park is really spacious. There are so many trees, gardens, pathways, and different panda enclosures scattered around the area. So I have a feeling that we're going to be doing a lot of walking today. Pero honestly, I don't mind because the whole place is so green and peaceful. Even just walking around is already part of the experience. By the way, one tip that I read before coming here is that it's better to visit the panda base early in the morning. Yung isang reason kasi is that giant pandas are generally more active during the cooler parts of the day, especially in the morning. And of course, we have a better chance of seeing them eating bamboo, moving around, or interacting with each other. And kapag the day gets warmer, yung pandas daw tend to become less active and spend more time resting or sleeping. So if your main goal is to see the pandas awake and active, coming early is definitely a good idea. Ideally, you want to arrive as early as you can, especially if you're visiting during a busy season. That way, you can explore the park before it gets too crowded, and hopefully catch the pandas during their breakfast time. So now, let's keep walking and see if we can find our first real panda. Hopefully, hindi sila tulog. And here we are. We're finally going to see panda number 7. This is actually our first panda encounter for today, so we're really excited. As you can see, medyo crowded lang yung area, which is understandable because everyone is trying to get a good view and, of course, take pictures and videos. Medyo hindi maganda yung kuha natin ng video because yung reflection din ng glass wall. Okay, let's try in other areas. As you can see, may mga big signages naman sila all around the park, so you won't really have a hard time figuring out where to go. The signs point you toward the different panda villas, restrooms, and other areas inside the park. So basically, lakad ng lakad lang talaga ang labanan dito. And after all that walking, we finally reached panda number 5, only to find out na tulog siya. Seriously, we walked all the way here and this panda decided that today is a good day for a nap. But okay, no problem. Try ulit tayo sa next one. Hopefully, mas cooperative naman yung next panda natin. From one panda enclosure to another, you really have to walk quite a distance. And guys, if you're planning to visit the panda base, you really need to prepare your feet. This place is huge, and the panda enclosures are spread out, so expect a lot of walking. Pero honestly, I don't find the walking boring at all. In fact, that's one of the things I'm enjoying about this place. It doesn't really feel like you're walking around a typical zoo. It feels more like you're taking a walk through a huge, beautiful park or forest. Look at all these trees and bamboo surrounding us. The whole place is so green, and there's so much shade along the walking paths. Plus, the air feels fresh, and the surroundings are really peaceful. Sometimes, you're walking through a bamboo-covered pathway like this. Then suddenly you'll see a sign pointing to another panda villa. So it's almost like a little panda adventure. You walk, you explore, and then you hope that the next panda is actually awake. And look at this area. Over there, may panda. But parang hindi siya interested sa audience niya. Parang Okay, you guys can watch me, but I'm just going to do my own thing. But look at this one. Ang cute niya. It's just sitting there and somehow, kahit simpleng ginagawa lang nila, nakakatuwa pa rin panoorin. And over there, may isa pa. But medyo malayo nga lang. You really have to look carefully because sometimes the pandas blend into the trees and the greenery. What I find interesting here is that every panda seems to have its own little personality and activity. Some are sitting quietly, some are climbing, some are walking around, and some are just completely ignoring everyone. And of course, one of their favorite activities is eating bamboo. Pandas can spend a large part of their day eating because bamboo is relatively low in calories. So they need to consume a lot of it to meet their energy needs. You might also see them climbing trees, especially when they want to rest or find a comfortable spot. And some of them are surprisingly good climbers. Then, there are those moments when you see a panda just sitting or lying down, doing absolutely nothing. But actually, that's completely normal. Pandas spend a lot of time resting and sleeping, especially after eating. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you can catch them playing, rolling around, stretching, or even wrestling with each other. Those are probably some of the cutest moments to watch. So basically, you never really know what you're going to see. One panda might be eating, another one might be climbing, another one might be sleeping, and another one might simply refuse to acknowledge the tourists. And that's what makes exploring this place fun. You just keep walking from one enclosure to another, hoping that the next panda will give you a better show. So let's keep looking. Maybe our next panda will be the most active one yet. Okay, comfort room break muna tayo. After all that walking, I think we definitely deserve a little rest. I also like that they have these resting areas throughout the park. You don't have to keep walking non-stop. You can take your time, especially if you're traveling with kids. So habang nandito tayo, let's give our feet a little break. Sit down muna, hydrate, and recharge our energy. And look at the walls here. May mga cute panda-themed designs din. So even while we're resting, parang nasa panda world pa rin tayo. Okay? Feet, rest muna because after this short break, we're getting back on the trail and continuing our search for more pandas. And here we go. Another panda. This one looks like it has found the perfect spot to relax. It's just lying there on its wooden platform, and this one clearly decided that resting is the activity of the day. After all that walking, I can actually relate to this panda. Maybe this is exactly how we should be spending the afternoon. Just find a comfortable spot. And because the park is so spacious, there are also plenty of people walking around at their own pace. Some are looking for pandas, some are taking photos, and others are simply enjoying the scenery. So, comfortable shoes are definitely a must. Don't come here wearing your most painful shoes, guys. And over here, ito lang yung panda na medyo nearer to us. Kaya mas kita talaga natin siya compared sa mga pandas na nasa malayo. Look at this panda. He's just sitting there, peacefully enjoying his meal. Parang wala siyang ibang iniisip kundi kumain. And of course, bamboo talaga ang favorite food ng giant pandas. You can see how he holds the bamboo with his paws while slowly chewing it. Very relaxed lang siya. Parang nag-e-enjoy talaga sa meal niya. Actually, pandas can spend a huge part of their day eating because bamboo is relatively low in nutrients. So they need to consume a lot of it to get enough energy. This is definitely one of those moments na sulit talaga yung paghihintay. But seeing a panda up close while it's eating, mas adorable talaga. So ayan, another cute panda moment here in Chengdu. And now, we're finally inside to explore the Panda Museum. Medyo nakakapagod na rin maglakad around the Panda Park, so this is actually a perfect time to take a little break. At least dito sa loob ng museum, mas malamig and more comfortable, especially after walking around under the heat. So, dito naman tayo sa Panda Breeding Museum, where we can learn more about these adorable animals and how they are being protected and conserved. Makikita natin dito ang different information, exhibits, and displays about giant pandas, their habitat, lifestyle, breeding, and the efforts being made to increase their population. So instead of just seeing pandas, we're also going to learn more about the science and conservation work behind panda breeding. For this part, I'll just let you explore with me and take a look at what's inside. No long explanations muna. Just enjoy the tour, the exhibits, and everything we can discover inside this panda breeding museum. And now, we're passing through the souvenir shop. And as you can see, there are so many cute panda-themed items here. I think this brings us to the end of our museum tour here at the Chengdu Giant Panda Breeding Research Base. So, I hope you enjoyed coming along with us today and that you got a little glimpse of what it's like to visit here. And of course, thank you so much for joining me on another adventure. If you enjoyed this vlog, this is Doc June, and I'll see you again on our next travel diary. Bye for now.